Hi there, this is Bobby from Ragged Poet, and in this video I'm going to do a walkthrough and a kind of mini review of the Spirit de la Lune Oracle deck. It's created by Marissa Massey and Rachel Caringella. It just came out, I got mine very recently. It's just come out within the last 2 or 3 weeks. I did an unboxing, so I can link that video below so you know basically what you get with the deck, but it's a beautiful package, beautifully wrapped with stars, and you get the tin to keep the deck in, the guidebook, and you also get a black velour bag, which I don't have here at the moment, and you can use that to keep the book and the deck in, because it's big. So the deck goes in the tin with the book in the bag. Okay, so it's an oracle deck, and it has kind of its own system, but it's not, you can use it basically out of the box. And it's divided up, there's a total of 56 cards. These are the backs of the cards, minus a star. And it's been divided up into 16 moon dalas, and these are represent, or kind of, if it was a tarot deck, these would be like the major arcana, the big events, the big stuff. When they come up in a spread, it means something big and long term. And then you've got 28 moon phase cards for all the 28 phases of the moon, and the 12 zodiac cards. The moon phase cards represent day-to-day emotions and occurrences, and the zodiac cards are kind of like the courts of the tarot. They can kind of represent people or some events, seasons, and possibly timing. So that's how the deck's divided up. And also, apart from the moon dalas, the other 40 cards are divided up into the 4 elements. So there's 10 cards for each element, and I'm going to take you through deck now and show you each card. So we've got the card number 1. Each card's got the elemental symbol on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's see, just down there, little tiny earth sign, air sign, sorry. And it's got a keyword at the bottom, and then the moon phase, or the house of the zodiac on the top. So number 1, we've got new beginnings, and the first ones are all air signs. And number 2, we've got the waxing crescent, and the keyword is envision. And number 3, we've got the waxing crescent, and the keyword is refine. Number 4, a waxing crescent, keyword create. Creation happens always when the moon is growing. Waxing crescent, number 5, and the keyword is play. Number 6 is awareness. Number 7 is expansion. And then we go into the air signs. We've got Gemini, the twins, and beautiful mandala for Gemini. Libra, the peacemaker. And Aquarius, the visionary. So those are all the air signs. And then we've got the fire signs. And so we've got the first quarter. This is the moon turning. Each section begins with a turning of the moon. So we start with the first quarter, and the keyword for that is ignite. And again, you've got the fire element here. And then the waxing gibbous. If you don't know, with the moon, when less than half the moon's illuminated, it's called the crescent moon. When more than half's illuminated, it's called the gibbous moon. And so the waxing gibbous is when it's going between half and full moon. So the keyword for that one is movement. And then we've got focus, courage, strength, manifest, connect, and then we've got the fire signs. We've got Aries, the inspirer, little horned baby there. Leo, the lion, the hero. We've got Sagittarius, the explorer. And then we move into the water, my signs. So we've got the full moon, and that's keyword for that one is fulfillment. And then we've got the waning givers, because now the moon's going down again, and that one is listen, reflect, guidance, devotion, dream. These are lovely, the watery ones. Surrender. And then we've got the water signs. We've got Cancer, the nurturer. Scorpio, the shaman. And Pisces, the psychic. And then finally we're on to the earth signs, and we're in the last quarter now. So we've got release, boundaries, support, rejuvenate, rest, and then the waning crescent, transform, be. I like that one. Oops. And then we've got the zodiac signs that are earthy. We've got Taurus, Virgo, oh, that's quite harvesty, nice one, and Capricorn, the achiever. I love Capricorn because Capricorn's a goat, and we all know that I love goats. So those are the zodiac signs and the moon phase cards, and there's a total of 40 of those altogether. So I'll move those out of the way. And you also get 4 cards, extra cards. So you've got moon blessings. It's just got a little blessing to read. The 4 elements. So you can, quick reference there. So you've got earth, grounding, protection, body, fire, passion, energy, spirit, air, imagination, inspiration, mind, and water, love, intuition, and emotions. And then you've got the quarters of the main turn-ins of the moon. So you've got the new moon, which is rebirth, inspiration, new beginnings. First quarter, energy, flow, action. Full moon, abundance, completion, celebration. And the last quarter, reflection, ebb, and stillness. And then you've got all the information, the website and the artist blog. So I'll put those there. Now we'll have a look at the moon dalas. So we've got the seed moon. Aren't they beautiful? New growth. The planting moon, preparation. The flower moon, bloom. The honeymoon, oh look at that, productivity. The blessing moon, this is one of my favourite ones, and that's contentment. Which one's the corn moon? Oh look, they're just so gorgeous. Abundance. The harvest moon, gratitude. The blood moon, which is rebirth. Spider webs. The crone moon, deep wisdom. The cold moon, the snowflake design, hibernation. The wolf moon, which is one of my favourite cards. Look how beautiful that is. I love wolves. Sharpen instincts. The sage moon, which is purify. I'm using sage for smudging. The blue moon, renewal. Then we've got the solar eclipse, and the keyword for that is threshold. The lunar eclipse, and the keyword is sovereignty. Actually, sovereignty is a very, very important word in New Zealand. And the supermoon, which is the wild card. Not quite sure what we use that for yet. Sovereignty, if you don't come from New Zealand, you probably haven't heard of it, but when the English first came over and started to settle here, between the Māori and the English people, they devised a treaty called the Treaty of Waitangi. And it was signed by a few chiefs and tribe members and a couple of representatives of the Queen. But it was there were two different translations of it. And basically, a lot of arguments have happened since then, and it's been pretty bloody at times and not very good. I believe it was signed in totally good faith by all parties concerned, but since then it's all become twisted. And mainly because of one word, sovereignty. They had no Māori translation for the word sovereignty. So they didn't quite understand what the treaty was saying. So that word in New Zealand is kind of important. Okay, so I've shown you all the cards. Now I'm going to shuffle the cards and do a reading for you. So because it's a new deck, I normally do little piles, do them like this. I kept them in order. I actually have played with it a little bit, but I kept them in order because I wanted to go through them in order. And I thought, we're under the new moon right now. It was actually new it's not even 12 hours old yet, or it might just be 12 hours old. So we've still got that really good new moon energy, and the deck's been not outside because it rained all night, but in the window under the full moon, so it's good and charged. So then I gather them up, and the cardstock's really nice and slippery and round. I've never had a round. This is my first ever round deck, so I kind of like it. I think we like cycles. We like circular things. I was talking to someone yesterday about poi, which are kind of balls. They're a Maori thing that you spin. You can get them in LED ones, and you can get fire poi. And they look stunning. They're very simple, but you basically make circles with them. And I love circles. I once had a blog with pictures of every circle I found on my daily travels. So round decks are good, but I'm not such a brilliant shuffler. And I chose a spread out of the book that I'm going to do. I think I showed you the guidebook. I'm going to do this spread here, the Blessing Moon spread, because I've been feeling super blessed lately, and after a tough time I felt this sudden shift in energy, and so I'm celebrating that by doing this Blessing Moon spread, and we'll see what comes up. So keep shuffling a bit longer. There's a fall up. Normally I keep those, but I'll just keep going. Don't really want to ruffle these. Another fall up. That'll do. Okay, so I'll cut the deck. And here's the spread. So we've got 1, which is the moon rise, 2, I'll lay the cards out, 3, 4, with my trusty pine cone, 5. Okay. So card number 1, the moon rise, what's rising in my life? And I've got the wild card, the supermoon, wow. And I'm going to read out the meaning for that so you can get an idea of what the book's kind of like. Where's the supermoon? are the mandalas. And each, in the book, there's a lot of spreads. Each mandala has its own little spread as well, which is kind of cool. Trying to find my super moon. Crone moon, wolf moon, blue moon, lunar eclipse. There we go. Supermoon. Okay, the wild card. The supermoon occurs when the new or full moon reaches the perigee in its elliptical orbit around the Earth. The perigee is the closest physical point the moon can be to the planet. Supermoons can appear to be 12 to 14% larger and 30% brighter on a full moon. The energy of a supermoon can be unpredictable. The elements can awaken with natural disasters and earthquakes, revealing the more primal side of the natural world. Like the tides get huge. This is a wild card because anything can happen and anything goes. Wow. So that's what's rising for me. Do not tame yourself. You're meant to be wild. Unleash the wild woman under the supermoon. Howl, dance, drum until you dissolve into everything. There is beauty and freedom and possibility in this moment. What will you do with this energy? You can start a revolution. You can break through old paradigms and begin a new cycle, untouched by societal expectations. You can radically shift your conscious. This is a pivotal moment on your path. Wow, I love this. So it's about accessing primal nature, connection to the elemental realms, freedom, shifting consciousness, revolution, wild empowerment. Make bold moves, listen to your primal nature, connect with the elements. And the book shows you gemstones for all the different spreads and cards. So this one's got azurite, fire opal, manifest quartz, rainbow obsidian, and turquoise. And there is a supermoon spread. So I could actually delve further into this and do the supermoon spread now to learn more about that card. But we'll carry on with the blessing moon. Card number 2, flow. How is the energy moving? Oh wow, this is amazing. So we've got the waxing crescent and we've got play. Now, and it's in an air sign. So play that's so funny because yesterday I was talking to a friend on Facebook and she enabled me to buy a toy. It hasn't come yet. It's just a little character that I fell in love with. And I was talking to someone else about our decks and books and the things we collect, and they said they felt guilty sometimes because they weren't using it to earn money or, you know, do something good. But we're playing. Anything we do that promotes joy in our lives, whether it's playing or helping other people or watering the garden, it's all good. That's what flow's about. And the word flow in things in this position, flow, how is the energy moving, is perfect because when you're playing, you're getting in the moment. Like when there's little kids playing. Remember when my kids used to play and they'd be talking away to themselves and they were just totally in their own world and flowing. It was just amazing. And when we get into the cards or the books or whatever we do, whether we're a computer gamer, we're in the flow, energy's flowing, everything's flowing, nothing's stagnant. That's what play is about, and that's why we need to do it. And when our energy's flowing, then the universal energy flows around us, and that passes on. When it's stagnant, that also stagnates around us too. So whether you think you're not doing any good, you are. If you're keeping the energy flowing and you're playing, you're doing a great thing. So keep on playing. Okay, position number 3, the full moon. What is being completed? The explorer and Sagittarius, the archer. So we've got a fire sign, and I shall have a look. I actually didn't read the book meaning for play, so we'll go and do that. If I can find it. It's kind of hard to find your way around the book, but here we go. My inner child holds the key to follow my bliss and be set free. The moon is a large, beautiful crescent smiling down upon you. With your creative juices flowing, it is now time to invoke your inner child. The inner child comes out to play when they feel safe, heard and healed. So many of us walk around with an ignored inner child waiting to shine. When the inner child is present, joy, magic and happiness can infuse your days. Your inner child can lead you to your bliss if you allow them to guide you. Begin connecting to the child within and play. Don't be afraid to pursue hobbies or activities that are not mature enough. If you have children, this card may be telling you to connect and be more present with them. Once you begin to play and honour your inner child, the world will feel less heavy and the lightness will be in your step. You'll be naturally drawn to your bliss and soul desire. This is more or less what I said earlier. I'm so in tune with this deck already. Make a play date of yourself or family. Do something you enjoyed as a child. Allow nostalgia to guide you. Meditate and visualise yourself bonding with your inner child. How old do they appear to be? So that's the meaning for this one. And then I'll find the Explorer, Sagittarius. What have we got for this? So this is what's being completed. The Archer is the last fire sign in the zodiac and directs their fiery energy into their personal philosophy. Ruled by Jupiter, this free spirit is a spiritual nomad, always pursuing more knowledge to add to their rucksack. Drifting tendencies may make it hard for the Archer to commit, but once they do, they are loyal, optimistic, and it's always an adventure. When the moon is in Sagittarius, new possibilities, ideas, and optimism open your heart. Restlessness may make you wander. Plan your next adventure, start a new spiritual practice. Take a road trip with friends, energy, holistic healing is beneficial now. Participate in a spiritual event, lead a drum circle or a ceremony. Release pessimistic thoughts, save money for upcoming trips. So that's when it's in the different phases of the moon. So I've actually just completed my March challenge, and I want to carry on doing it, so that could possibly relate to that. And in the next position is Ebb. What's slowing down now? And we've got the Crone's moon and deep wisdom. Oh dear, I'm not sure I want my deep wisdom to slow down. So what's the book got to say about that one? Crone moon. The realm of the Crone has wakened. The Crone moon connects you to your inner magic and deep wisdom. There is soul alchemy churning within as transformation is moulding your new path. Connect with your inner Crone to navigate through this journey. Your Crone wishes to connect with you at this time. The Crone is the dark goddess and resides over the underworld. She usually appears as an elder. She's experienced every aspect of a full life and holds all the wisdom of the universe. She is within you. How does she communicate with you? Through visions, feelings, animals, or the environment. Allow her to guide you through this alchemic process as your soul shifts and changes. Peer into the deep cauldron of wisdom within you. What do you see? Ceridwen. Reversed, you may be... Oh, it's got reverse meanings too. I should have explained that. None of mine have come out reversed, but it does have reverse meanings. Then we've got the Sagittarius moon cycle. Soul alchemy and transformation, shadow work, dark goddess energy, meditation and spiritual work, intuitive wisdom. Connect with your wisdom, counsel and animal spirit guides, deep inner journey work, shamanic healing, connect with your Crone energy, magic practice. Gemstones, black moonstone, merlinite, not heard of that, neumite, the shaman stone, spider jasper and turquoise. I love all these. I wish I had all of these stones. I've got so few stones, and I think a lot of these are kind of new, what I call new or new age stones, but I just love black moonstone. I've got some normal moonstone. Spider jasper, they just sound amazing. So that's what's slowing down. So it's interesting that the flow is play and the inner child, and slowing down is the wise adult. So maybe I need to slow this down and start exploring the inner child a little bit more, and stop being so serious, because I've done a lot of this internal stuff and Crone energy. So card number 5, the moon set. What am I making room for? And we have the harvest moon. No, sorry, the honeymoon. The script on the cards is a little bit hard to read, but you get used to it quite quickly. It is a beautiful font, and it's quite small. So the honeymoon is productivity. So I'm making room for productivity. That could be my business, which I'm going to start working on again after a kind of 3-year semi-hiatus. So let me find this one, the honeymoon. And this is also in the Cancer moon cycle, which is my sign. Bees are buzzing and life is churning all around. The honeymoon is an active cycle for abundance, production, collaboration and friendship. There are connections to be made. The honeymoon may be your ally right now. Are you doing everything you can to make your life delicious and fruitful? I'm making a lot of apple crumbles. Or are you working too hard? Allow the bees to show you the path to fulfillment. This is a productive time for you. Learn from the bees and follow your soul work. If you do not know where to begin, follow the magnetic pull to the flowers that ignite your passion. It could be an actual person you're drawn to or something you always wanted to learn. Pollinate and plant your soul seeds. They will either grow and bloom or stay dormant until they're ready. Cancer moon cycle, a time of light decision making, strengthening commitment, teamwork, bee medicine. Letha, the summer solstice. Well, we're heading for the opposite sign, but that doesn't matter. Become organised, work cooperatively and compromise. Enjoy the fruits of your labour. Strengthen your resolve. Focus on solar and heart chakras. Gemstones, bumblebee jasper. Not heard of that one. Fluorite, honey calcite, ocean jasper and pearl. I've only heard of pearl and fluorite out of all of those. So I've actually got, so the moon dalas were the big cards, and I've actually got 4 of those. So they're quite major energies. And the play could probably flit in and out of all of them like the honeybee. So if we look at that reading as a whole, the energy that's coming in is kind of pretty wild, untamed energy. That's pretty much what I'm about. Most of my life I've been like that. Except when I was a new parent and making a home and raising my young children. For about 12 years there, I became quite settled and stayed close to hearth and home. And then I came to the other end of the planet at a few days' notice. So, yeah, this is pretty much me. Wouldn't be surprised if it pops up in every single reading I get from this deck. And the play card, as I said, that's an everyday thing. But I think that flitters, I get the feeling that flitters through all of these different things. Exploring deep wisdom, as I said, is something that's ebbing at the moment because I think I need to come out more and join in groups, which the bumblebee is all about, or the honeybee. They work together. And certainly my online group that I've been studying with is really helping me to do that. And maybe I'm going to become more social for the autumn season. So there we are. I really like this deck. I'm not a gusher, but I am when I really love something. I don't gush over everything, and I feel pretty gushy about this deck because it is stunning, and Marissa and Rachel have done a fantastic job. It's just beautiful. It was packaged beautifully. You get all these things with it, and it's unique. So, 1,000,000 A stars, super thumbs up, and go and get one. I think they've just done the second printing. I'll put the website down below, but it is Spirit de la Lune, the spirit of the moon.com. Again, there's the guidebook. And I'm going to end the video with the little blessing on the card from Marissa and Rachel. May moonlight bless your path and your intuition guide you. Love from Marissa and Rachel and me. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.